Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, Episode 6. This video originally aired live on April 14th, 2024. Enjoy the episode. Let's see, Oxtail says, you have shovels and axes from grave digging, yes. You mean posthumous repossession, I believe I called it. I had fun with that title. Yeah, I will demonstrate what happens if you dig out beneath the sand and gravel. Hazard 151. I just want to make sure I have the tools necessary to complete that job first. There's plenty of hours left in the day, though, which is nice. Alright, shovel, shovel. Where did I put the shovel? Not there. There! Oh, we do have a bronze axe, too. Nice. That's pretty cool. I'm going to leave the malachite here. I'm going to drop this one seed. We have more seeds for trees. You hang out here. Alright. Let's get back to it. Alexander F says you can breed rabbits by just planting seeds. Oh, so if they eat your crops, then that'll count as food for them? That'd be pretty good to know. Because that does make it a lot more renewable. I mean, you could, of course, just throw some flax into the pen with them, because flax is cheap. More lead. My goodness. I don't think we need to go anywhere else for lead for probably forever. Welcome, Odie Man. Yep, it's a Corazar stream. The second one ever. What are you? Quartz. Ooh, quartz. That's the first quartz I've seen so far. I think. Let's mark you. Welcome, TL Forever 262. So here is why mining surface copper, well in this case it's actually a deep ore that spawns at the surface. You don't want to do it without clearing the landscape because this happens. Boop. Now the chunk did get sort of pushed up to the surface. It'll always float to the top of the block stack. But yeah, it just becomes a real pain to deal with. So I like to just... Ow. That happens too. You can get buried and get smacked by sand and gravel. And it's not terribly damaging, and there really isn't block suffocation in this game. So even if you're like buried in a landslide, at least currently, you won't take any more damage. But let's see just how big this is. How big of a scar it would make on the landscape here. Oh, you know, this reminds me. I had another question for chat, and maybe I'll put it in a poll, because reading people's responses in chat while trying to play is a recipe for one or the other not happening. So, in regards to panning, and I'm thinking about panning because we're digging up so much sand here, would you guys prefer that I do panning like offline, and just sort of like, hey, while we weren't streaming, I did some panning and here's what we got? Or do you want to sit and watch for an hour and a half while I do nothing but pan bony soil? Your choice. Lake Filter, thanks for stopping in. I will see you later. The torch trick from the other block game? No. Well, it might stop it from placing, but I don't know how you would switch, because you can't place torches from your offhand. Like, I'm right-clicking, nothing's happening. They have to be in your main hand. Which is... Oh, I can't swap this out to my main hand. So, I don't think it works. If you had, like, 2 players, you could test it out, but I don't think it works. Good morning, Flavio M. Welcome to the stream and the chat. Yeah, there is the auto sifting mod. And I was sort of chatting with someone about that, I think in YouTube comments, and I I would want to reconfigure it because by default you only ever get one item per entire block of bunny soil, which is a lot less than the average of 4 per block. So I'd want to tweak that if I did that. But aside from that, it is an option. Alright, hopefully this is big enough. We'll see. These deposits can be staggeringly large. Yeah, Andy. Panning is such a fun activity to watch. It's the edge of the seat stuff. Absolutely. When you're just dying for that last candle, or your first candle, it's pretty fingernail biting work. I think our bronze shovel's going to die before we're even done with this. Yeah, I wouldn't want to make a habit of it, of like, you know, every 3 streams we do like an hour of panning or something like that. That'd be a little crazy. And I might try to do like where we take a night and I pan for maybe 3-ish minutes, maybe 5. Even that feels a little excessive. Because the thing is, I'm thinking not just about stream chat, but also people watching the recorded episodes and/or the VOD. It doesn't make for exciting, engaging material. Stating the obvious here. There we go. I think we're about at the edge of it here. And we'll have plenty of gravel for lining paths and doing other fancy stuff. That should be pretty nice. Yeah, Phaedry, I could do 22 questions. That would be a pretty good use of that time, I think. Doing something repetitive and answering questions. I could actually do that while streaming, and it wouldn't be too disruptive to either, I think. Why not dig out under the first layer of copper? I already did hit, like, limestone kind of in the middle. That usually means you're not going to see a second layer of copper. And, oh my, it is 14:16. Time for lunch break. Yum yum. There we go. Andy Days. Have you found copper yet? Yes, we're digging it out right now. It is bountiful copper. It is glorious. Yeah, I feel like there are certainly... who said that? TL Forever 262, we need an auto panning mod that can be run by the windmill. I agree with that. While I definitely appreciate a lot of the quality of life odds and ends mod that people add to speed along some of the like really grindy processes, I think one of my problems with them is that they're often too simple to get into. Like that's like the workbench mod, which I love the workbench mod. Don't get me wrong. And even like Chisel Tech, the QB Chisel Tech mod, those are wonderful mods, and they really change how you interact with chiseled blocks in the game. But one, the Chisel mod only recently added the ability to save your designs, like your block designs, between games and between servers, which is a great innovation. I wish that those were integrated into the existing game mechanics a bit more. I had been trying to get into modding a while back, and I'm not a developer, so it didn't go well. But my idea was to have a lathe, like the thing you turn wood on to make like spokes and banister rails and such, and to have a wind-powered lathe that you would need to gear up with 2 large gears, and that would let you copy blocks. So you'd put your block to copy in a slot, you put your materials in, and away you go. It would work kind of like the workbench mod in that regard, but it would require wind power. And I was thinking you'd also be able to make blueprints with like a writing desk, and then save those blueprints to like a folder in your file, and like your save file. Kind of like how Space Engineers has a blueprints folder if you played Space Engineers. And that way you could just like transfer them with you wherever you go. Like you're starting a new server, or you're starting a new single player game, and you really want to use, that Michael Bublé statue you made in the first season of the guide series. Well, then you could do it. Okay, that was painful. That was painful, guys. I'm gonna take a look at very high rift activity. I'm gonna take a look at the other one over here and see if it's a bit deeper. If it's not, I think I'll skip it for now. Because we have, exactly a stack. 50. And a lot of junk. Not gonna lie, a lot of junk. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's at least 1 block deep. That's good. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Ooh, this will be a good bit easier to deal with if it's actually here. Question mark. I don't see it yet. Let's keep going. Doing the dangerous thing. Ooh, more bountiful. Are you kidding me? This is nutty. Well, we are just sitting on a trove of treasure here. Okay. Yeah, I do have a limestone quarry. I don't think we'll need one in the long run. I actually do have the quarry mod on, so actually making a traditional in-game quarry will be a thing of the past for this series. Let me get our torches out so we can see what we're doing here. And to make more room. Arctic wishes there was more automation in the game. Yeah, as I understand that's coming. Steam power is the eventual goal. How exactly that will look, I have no idea, since I am not Tyron, but it'll be interesting. The one thing I worry about with steam power is that that's probably going to mean coal-fired everything, and with how coal tends to burn, I'd be worried about burn durations being an issue, but I'm perfectly willing to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, Oswinfo, that is a new thing in Chisel Tools. I kind of want a more, I want a in-game, in-lore kind of means of doing it, rather than the chisel magically stores your stuff inside it. Welcome, BTN. You caught me live. Thank you. Thanks for coming to the stream. Well, we're going to be set for copper for a little while. And by a little while, I mean like a day. Copper in the early game goes fast. But I think we'll need to hightail it home soon and rest to avoid any drifty business here. I think this might be a pretty big vein here. Necromundi, do you think we'll get any overland means of transportation? Have you been watching the Discord server? Tyron posts about that all the time. And yes, he is currently working on what appear to be some kind of horses, or similar type of critter. Oh, Phaedra, so they're elk mounts? That'd be pretty cool. I like that it's not just horses. I can feel like I'm, oh, what's the main character's name? Or the other main character's name from Princess Mononoke? He rides his deer or his elk around. It goes like 60 miles an hour. With a human riding it. Let's grab this guy. I think I am going to wrap up this mining right here. Before things get too hairy. Oh, do I put... Nah. I was thinking about putting a torch down, but I think I will not. I'll just deal with drifters. Okay. So, we can check a couple things off the list. We can check off bees for the most part. We can check off malachite. The next thing on my list is going to be the Copper Age. And getting into the anvil, probably making our very first saw to get wood, so we can actually get some real storage going on. And more hyenas, great. Love to see you guys around here. Can you walk the other direction, please? And then the real reason for getting the Copper Age is I want to be able to collect a lot of stone a lot faster than just breaking these boulders, which I have been doing, because I want to see if we can at least start building our little oasis here. And that'd be a lot of fun. Alright, so we have too much junk. Let's drop some of this. We have a single log that I think can stack over here. There we go. That helps a lot. Hello, Kaziklia and Zamos and Megagran. Thanks for coming to the stream. Alright, what do we have here? We have a lot of malachite. We have a hammerhead mold. We're going to mix and match these bad boys in our inventory and get a lot of malachite out of this. Wow, look at that. Okay, so we will need 9 ingots worth for the anvil, and then 2 more for these ingots here, and actually at least get this guy going on too. I can already hear a nearby rift, and in about 30 seconds it's going to start spewing drifters. So, alright, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ingots worth of copper is what I want to smelt in the morning. I'm going to pop in here, though, and rest and avoid the driftiness of the night. Boop. There we go. And I think we'll be waking up at like 4 in the morning here. Ashitaka was the name of the elk rider. Thank you, Necromundi. That's right. Okaiba A, welcome, and welcome Ben Ben. Welcome to the stream. Hey, it's calm again. Perfect. Best morning ever. I don't see any drifters here. Oh, I see one. Let's go. Oh, he just disappeared. I see 0. Okay, I guess that's that then for the drifters. Well, ooh, my goodness. Hello. Hello, sir. Or madam. Your forgiveness I implore. Get out of here. Alright, anybody else want to tangle? Alright. Nothing from you, okay, and... Okay, maybe not a great morning because we have hurricane winds, which means no visibility. That's going to be annoying. But, since we are just doing some smithing here, I don't think it'll be a problem. Let's go ahead, I'm just going to drop these side by side here. There we are. And you'll be a little while longer. Black Fox 966 asks, are spears only throwable? No, you can stab with them. Like this, left click, you can do a bit of a stab. The problem with stabbing is that the attack power on a stab is 2 hit points, whereas the attack power on a throw is 5.5. And given that you only have 40 uses of this, you know, you're trading out like over 100 damage per spear if you don't throw it. Now granted, throwing often results in 2 durability loss because it'll hit the enemy, which counts as 1 strike, and then it drops to the ground, which is a 2nd strike. So, let's see. A Brazilian within an access thinks I should speedrun for bronze. I probably will. I might even relatively swiftly move toward the Iron Age if possible. But that can be a bit of a drag to watch, so I don't think I'm going to do it like all in one go. We'll probably sit in the Bronze Age for like a whole stream, and then we will move on to the Iron Age. One thing that I do want to do while we're here, before I get to it, and we're going to add a 16th ingot to our list here, is I need a prospecting pick. And I'd rather just make it, by casting than by smithing, because it saves on hammer durability and time. Time that you guys could be watching me do other stuff. Let's get this mold done here, and we'll chuck it in the fire. Zap that, and we're done. Alright, so you hop in there. We got some grass. We have just barely enough grass. I'll take it. We have plenty of sticks, and we have plenty of firewood somewhere in here, lurking. There we go. Kenneth Bennett asks, what is your favorite Studio Ghibli movie? Oh, gosh. I'm probably going to say one of two. Either Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle, I think. Those are probably my two favorites. And they're pretty evenly matched for different reasons. I like the characters in Howl a lot. Actually, I like the characters in both of them a lot. I like the aesthetic of Spirited Away so much, though. But the moving castle itself is also pretty cool, so yeah, it's a toss-up. I think we're good here. We are going to need... Do we have rain right now? We're going to actually need some dirt over our cooking fires here to keep those from going out. Yes, we do have some rain here, so yeah, that would be unfortunate if those fires went out. Let's see what we can do with this brown coal and the amount of malachite we have. So we need 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 100 units of copper. So, whoops, I put that in the fuel slot. Let's just do it this way. Let's see. I saw someone had a, what is your best tip for early game vintage story? My best tip is probably to not be afraid to be adventurous and not afraid to die, because as a new player, you're going to do a lot of dying. And a lot of folks get frustrated with finding materials. Is this enough? 1645, let's take out a couple of you. There we are. So a lot of folks are like, hey, I can't find limestone. Where do I go to find it? Well, I can't tell you because I don't know where limestone is in your world. Limestone is a layer of rock. It is right here. I would say we happened to spawn here, but I did choose this location because it is in a sandstone area with lots of other sedimentary rocks nearby. So if you spawned on andesite or peridotite or granite and you're looking for limestone, pick a direction and walk. That's all you can do. Everyone's like, oh, but I want better tips for finding limestone. There is none. You walk in a direction and you find it eventually. Let's see. We have... Let's get some more firewood to preheat. I think it's more important to preheat this guy, so we have a lot more to actually heat up. And it's probably going to use most of our coal at that point, which is okay. Now we do need to babysit this for a minute while the preheat happens. So I'm going to take a look. How are we? Oh, we have 2 more servings in here. We're good for a little while. I might go and check on our farm and see how things are looking over here. I don't think it's worth going after the lead just yet. It's not going to be useful until we probably get to the Bronze Age. We're doing pretty well here. So, yeah, we're moving along. This is actually better than I was expecting it to be. So we are about 30% through the growing season for the grains and over halfway for the soybeans and 30%-ish for the peanuts. So yeah, we're going to be in a pretty good food situation for probably forever. Pretty good here. Okaiba A asks, will you plant cassavas? I probably will, but I'm going to hold off until I have some spare farmland, because cassava is really annoying to deal with in this game. I mean, it's realistic, but as far as landing, you have to know how you want to use it 24 hours in advance. So if I'm going to use it as a grain, I need to prep for that by soaking it 24 hours in advance and letting it dry for another 24 hours. I want to say 7 should be good here. If you want to have it as a vegetable, then you have to use it pretty much immediately after the 24-hour soaking period. So you don't want to like drop it off and then like go adventuring. Not going to do you any favors. Okay, so copper is on its way. That's going to be about 9 minutes, I think. So we're going to do the last thing on my list, well, current list here, that I had prepped, and we are going to finish our grave robbing. So, last time we robbed the graves of the things they had. Today we're doing something a bit different. We are robbing the graves themselves. We're taking the whole grave. The whole shebang, the full Monty. We're taking the grave. Because this is a useful building material over here. We're going to take as much of it as we can. So we have some... Ooh, we have aged ashlar blocks. Brilliant. This is going to be beautiful. Now, unfortunately, we're going to get a lot of stones from the chisel blocks, which I'm kind of like... I don't know why the game does that. Like, I guess it would be a mess if it cluttered up your early game inventory, but I do wish that we could get them, and specifically without requiring glue. The glue to repair things in the ruins is a little expensive, in my opinion. So you know what I might do? I might just sort of focus on what appear to be full blocks. So I don't really care about the stones as much right now. Kurosawa Poco Rosso is a great anime from Studio Ghibli. Yes, I actually haven't seen all of Studio Ghibli's movies. So when I say that, like, I have a favorite, I've seen 20 to 30% of their films. I am a fan, I haven't really had a chance or the drive to watch all of them at this point. Now, why are we destroying these ancient history-filled graves, you might ask? Well, because we want the building blocks, and I want to build a little oasis around our friends here. And I think I want to do it out of sandstone. I think sandstone in the desert is like the best look, which is why I picked this location. And that means that any ruins that are in the area will be made from sandstone. That's not a full block. Skip that one. And these ones aren't breaking because they're actual stair blocks. So that's why we'll pick those up. Oh, that's a dead block. That's dead block too. The way that I'm looking for like full blocks versus dead is at the top of the screen there. If you see where like here it just says aged sandstone ashlar. If you look down at this one, it says aged sandstone ashlar blocks twice and then insulating block base. That means this is a chiseled block. So even if I don't see the whole block, I can tell what it is. If it has an oxidation layer, that's fine. It'll come up then just fine. And we might need to dig up a few of these ruins before we actually get enough material for all of the oasis. But I think at least what we'll get done today is we want to outline it. And I think if I can get the oasis outlined and like with a foundation of these blocks, then I think I'll call it a win. What is this? Aged polished claystone. Well, these are just going to break if I break them, so I'm going to skip those guys. So Techneck is chewing on cassava chips right now. Interesting. I don't know. I guess the scary aisle at the supermarket would have them. The naturals everything slash, like, probably not the international aisle, probably the scary, like, crunchy aisle, you know, organic everything aisle. Oh, we have dry stone here, too. We're getting the full gamut of stone types, or, like, design types around here. That's pretty handy. Kenneth Bennett wants to watch The Boy and the Heron. Yes, I've heard of that. I've heard that's really good. Yeah, the skeleton is watching me. Well, I guess he's not watching right now. Doing things behind his back right now. It's okay. I've already dug out all of his other friends, and I've tucked their bodies in a chest somewhere. So, whoopsie. I mean, not whoopsie. It was not an accident, so I'm fooling nobody. Oh, it's not streaming. Okay. Was there like a theatrical debut for it, like where they had like a private or like small time showing, or like reviewers only? Okay, that's what I thought. I was gonna say I could have sworn that I saw reviews for it. How are we looking here? We're looking pretty good here. This isn't too bad. KD8LVT, welcome by the way. Didn't see you log on yet. But says the scary aisle is a godsend because of allergies. Yeah, it's nice if you're looking for that kind of food. If you have issues with that, I call it the scary aisle mostly because of the prices. Hazard 151 says Kurzar is engaging in spoliation. No, I'm repossessing. These guys have forgotten to continue paying their loans, so I'm just helping with that issue. Yes, that's what I'm doing. B10 asks, how would I feel about hanging gardens? No, I hate them. I'm just kidding, no. Actually, that is one of the things I'd like to do. I don't know that it'll be a hanging garden like the hanging gardens, you know, the historical ones. But I'd like to do something interesting with gardening. I mean, you know me, and... Ooh, children's toys. You have room for these? Come with me. It's not creepy. Welcome, old wolf of Faron. Welcome indeed. Yeah, I'm thinking some kind of... I'm thinking some kind of gardens, and some like really cultivated, deserty, hangy-ish gardens. That would be pretty cool. Rooftop vineyards. Probably some kind of like pergolas with, if I can swing it, like pergolas with some kind of leafy roofing, perhaps. I don't think I have the shears mod on this time around, so we can't collect leaves. I might see if I can like grow some bamboo and sort of have that pretend to be leaves. So we should be about done here with the smelting of copper. Oh, look at that timing. We got enough time on the clock here for one last bit of coal. I'm going to, I guess, not put anything away. Yikes. We are full up, my friends, and this is why we needed to get to this stage of the game where we actually have the ability to make some more storage. So we can at least do this. I can drop this up there. Oh, we have too many flint knife blades, too. I can drop the human skull on the ground. There we go. I can drop these bookshelves and just sort of place them for now. There, bookshelves. And don't we have a book too? I have a spare backpack. You know what? Since we can't break these down, I'm going to say goodbye to the backpack. Boop. Ox's Tail says, the streaming still company's making you sleepy. I actually get that a lot. I have some commenters who say that they like fall asleep to my videos. I think it's neat. Let's see. Oh yes. Oh yes, you come with me. Ladies and germs and everybody outside and in between, we have our copper anvil. Well, we have a very sloppy molten copper anvil. That would be very unfortunate to try to use it right now. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. Welcome, Copper Age. Let's get our ingot molds filled up too. These guys aren't quite done, which I'm a little bummed about. But we can probably just heat up the copper a little bit in the fire pit if we need to. Yeah, chest is on the way. Oh my, so are the hyenas. I think I want to take care of those guys real quick. Let's just tuck you back on the fire here. Or, quote, fire. Yeah, hyenas. And a spiderweb. Do I have a spiderweb stack in here somewhere? I don't think I do. Spiderweb goes there. Oh, I have more grass. Let's just dump you here. And children's toys go in the rain. I think it's time to make a couple more spears, and then we'll deal with those hyenas, because they're getting a little close for comfort. And I'm going to make sure I actually make the spearheads and not the knife blades today. We'll call this a mid-afternoon nap, shall we? I don't hear you laughing. Let's see. Got our spears. I want to dump something. Here we go. Let's dump these little stones in here. And, well, they're moving off, but I don't trust that too much. Hello. Hello. Oh. Let's get you. Gotcha. And one more. There we go. Let's get you. If I smack each of these once, they should run. Oh, maybe not. When I get close. Yeah. Because they'll take one hit before they're like, no, run away. Hello. I said, oh, I'm full somehow. And zap. And zap. There we go. And zap. Okay. We got plenty of room, I think, for some spoils of battle. Yeah. Okay. The bones can stay for now. I'll probably pick them up later. KD8LVT says you love the ding when you hit things. Yeah, it's a little weird. I think it might make more sense if like the animal like actually had like a hurt sound that was like very clearly audible even from a long distance. Let's get our meal going on here. And we are officially out of storage space, I think. Oh, no, we got one. I'm going to tuck this soil in there for now. How's this? It is solidified. I'm going to wait until the prospecting pick mold is done before I pour it. So all the bad guys wear bells. Yeah, I guess they do, don't they? And this is still soft. I probably didn't need a second hammer at the moment, but we're going to need one soon enough anyway. I figure we may as well just go ahead and do it. Let's see. We're okay on food. I think I will probably go ahead and we will cook up this meat, my bowl in there. Let's go ahead and get this on the fire, and away we go. Uncertain name. I think I'm not going to treat these hides because they will turn into rot. And since you have to make your own terrapreta now, we need copious amounts of rot. I mean, like, ridiculous amounts of rot. So I think I'm just going to let those spoil and not worry about it too much. I am going to drop my spears here for the time being, save a little bit of space. And it's kind of babysitting time here at the moment. I want to see what these guys have for sale today. So again, the commodities. We get to trade. Oh, we can buy some sewing kits from you. That's a bit pricey, but alright, so commodities. Artisan. Yummy stuff. I do love the, oh my goodness. You all shouted at once. They got really annoyed that I didn't buy anything, I guess. Okay, so useful guys. I had to refresh my memory on what these guys had. But yeah, we need lots of rot. So I think letting these turn to rot wherever I put them. Oh, I do have more space. Where are they? I just put them down somewhere. I swear. Oh, they're in my inventory. I knew that. Yeah, let's just let them rot, and we will have some more rot for making terrapreta. So how is this going? Are we hardened? Oh, yes. Okay, let me get my spear down here. I always keep a spear or a weapon in my first slot for emergencies. And y'all know what I mean. Let's see. We're going to want this under an awning, so we're going to drop this here at an angle. No. I find that putting them at an angle looks great, but doesn't play well. Like, you're trying to, align or figure out, where your ingot's going to go, and you're like, it's at a funny angle. We also need to make a forge. Luckily, we have sandstone for that. So let's go ahead and we're going to drop that here, and then roof these over too. The King of Dirt returns. The King of the Dirt Hut. KD LVT asks, do things rot faster or slower on you? Typically faster. Alright, so ingots. Oh boy. Guys, we are about there. Get this ingot mold up as well. Let's just chuck you here. Whoops. Go there. Gonna move these bushes again. They're just not in a great spot. Here. Perfect. I have a feeling I'll be moving those in about 30 minutes, so just you wait. Just you wait. Nuclear Effect says the game's pretty. Yeah. It's it basically has shaders baked into the game. It's just really handy. And gorgeous. And you get sort of the god rays. You get really nice, I would say shadows, but you can't see them right now because the sun's setting. But when the light filters through tree leaves, you get these nice shadow patterns on the ground. So, let's see. Our food is okay for now. I'll make food probably in the morning. How are these guys doing? Probably need more fuel for this fire. So 2 logs will cook 7. But only if I let it burn out. That's fine. I think what we'll do from here is I'm going to rest shortly. We'll make it morning. And then we're going to need a quern for a lot of stuff. We need a quern for grinding bones. We need a quern for grinding up our limestone. because actually the other reason to not turn these hides into cured hides is that if I can get leatherworking going in like the next day or so, they're good for 2 days, yikes. 5 days in inventory. Okay, well, I'll hold on to these. I can get leatherworking going on ASAP, and that will get us to probably our first set of armor, which is most likely going to have to be leather, because our flax game isn't great right now. Let me go ahead and we're going to pop these out, get them onto hafts. I have some sticks. There we are. We're going to just plop these up here. There we are. Welcome, DM Sis. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, nickel berries are pretty good. They're a little low on the amount of rot you get from them for turning into rot. But if you have a bunch of them, they can be really handy. Let's go ahead and just continue this. Little babysitting. And I want to move that spare knife over here. My knife is still doing okay. I think I need to, or want to actually. I want to clay form one more thing that we don't need right away, but we're going to want it because you guys are going to get tired of seeing me smith nails and strips. I do have the strips and nails mold installed. I think I do. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make like 2 of these and fire them up if I have enough grass and sticks to do so. And these will be our nail and strip molds for the probably entire rest of the game. I could at some point maybe make another pair in the future, but for the time being, this will give us plenty of stuff for chests. Need some more clay for the rest of it. Oops. There we go. DM Assist, your experience your first winter? Yeah, the first winter is scary. Going into it, you know, you're never sure if you've prepared enough. One thing I don't know, it's hard to tell, is whether or not winter is easier in the game now than it was when I first started playing, or if I'm just that used to the game now that it's not as big of a deal. You know, food security being the biggest thing. Warmth wasn't actually a thing when I started playing. There we go. Let's get these guys in here, and let's get them fired up. There we go. Keep that rolling. Hey, we have the... Sweet, we have everything, actually. We have the grass and the sticks. And we have the logs, of course. Well, everyone, that's going to about do it for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by leaving a like or a comment in the box below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. As always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.